Hello and welcome, folks. Man, exciting time to be with you. It's time to think outside the bank again, right? Because there's so many people out there that are facing so many economic challenges.
That's right.
I mean, the economy can be going good and people experience economic challenges. The economy can be going bad. People can be doing really well. In fact, today we're going to be covering one of the best ways right now to get funding for yourself, for your business, even though it seems like we're in challenging economic times. My name is Joseph Smith. This is my business partner, Mr. Ray Fleming. Woo-hoo. We are the Wise Guys in Ties. I don't have any slides for you today. I just got a whole bunch of information that I need to download into your brains. Are you ready? Okay. So first of all, we're talking about a credit card, line of credit, hybrid. So I guess we have to start off with, what is the benefit of a credit card? Kind of silly question. I think we know.
I mean, there's several different benefits. So if we're looking at it from a cash flow perspective, it can help stabilize cash flow, especially in business. If, with the ups and downs of maybe we have to purchase a lot of product and wait for it to sell, or this increased expense, but now revenue is coming in a little bit later, it helps stabilize everything. And also for budgeting.
So what are the perks for credit cards? I mean, you're right about that financial aspect, but when you get a credit card offer, what is it they entice you with?
Ooh, either the mileage or the cash back or the low interest rate, or a combination of all three.
Right. So with a credit card, you can get like a 0% interest rate, right?
Right.
That's exciting. And then balance transfers.
Right.
Right. And then all the bonus points.
Something
perks.
like if you transfer, within the first 2 months, there's no fees on that.
Right. Exactly. So very exciting stuff. And we like credit cards for that. And because credit cards can be used at the point of sale, in some ways they have even greater liquidity than cash.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's some places that won't take cash, but they'll take credit. Right?
It seems like everybody's moving away from cash right now and just going more digital card, something or other.
So, okay, so we all understand credit cards. I'm not saying anything you don't already know, but now let's talk about a line of credit, like a personal line of credit, home equity line of credit, secured line of credit, unsecured line of credit. What do we like about lines of credit?
We like the ability to use it like cash.
Mm-hmm.
So paying for things that typically don't allow you to pay with credit cards. So mortgages tend to not want you to actually use a credit card for that. There's a lot of financial reasons for that, but that's what we like, the ability to use it like cash.
Right. So like if I wanted to if I had a credit card with, let's say, a $25,000 limit, and I wanted to go, I wanted to spend cash and make a down payment to buy like a house. I can't at the closing table just say, okay, here's my credit card.
No.
Right. And then so a lot of people are like, well, wait a minute. So if I use the credit card to pull out cash, then what happens?
If it's just a standard credit card, then it's going to be a cash advance.
And then what happens to my interest rate?
It goes up. They usually charge a lot more on whatever you pulled out, and you can't really access,
The full amount.
The full amount.
Right. So they limit you to a certain, so I might have a $25,000 credit limit, but my cash advance limit might only be $8,000.
Yeah, or even,
or less.
Yeah. Okay, definitely.
So we see some drawbacks there. And so with the line of credit, man, if I have a line of credit for $25,000, I can instantly just move that cash straight into my checking account.
Right.
I can get it wired to wherever I want. I could have it pulled out in a cashier's check.
Right.
So I can get a checkbook for it and write it myself.
Absolutely.
So we like that. But the interest rates on those, they aren't 0%.
Right.
You get a line of credit, secure all these lines of credit. You might see the prime rate plus a quarter or a 0.5%, right? That would be the absolute best if your credit was stellar. But What do we see normally? Maybe 9%, 12% on a line of credit. Would you say that's
Yeah, I would say that that's
Right-
pretty much standard.
right
of what
around
you can
right around the
expect.
time of the filming of this video anyway? So there's benefits to both having a credit card and there's benefits to having a line of credit, but there's also drawbacks because I can't use my line of credit necessarily at a point of sale, right? Unless I brought the checkbook with me,
Right.
And they accept checks. They have
Right.
to, there's places that won't accept cash or check, so it's good to have the credit card. So today we're talking about a credit card hybrid option.
Ooh.
And so what this is the best of both worlds. Having a credit card with 0% introductory rates that also functions like a line of credit that you can pull the cash out without getting a cash advance. So you get a line of credit with an introductory interest rate of 0% for anywhere from 6 to 12 months that you could pull the cash out at what percent interest rate?
The credit line interest rate, 0%.
0.
That's free money. That is literally free money.
Well, so how do we do this? All right. So, okay, I've got a lot of notes, right? So for those of you, you gotta be ready to write this stuff down. Okay. So what we're talking about on these lines of credits, these range anywhere from $10,000 all the way up to $150,000, right? These credit card line of credit hybrids, they come at 0% interest rate, 0% interest rate for 6 to 12 months. I got a job for you. Pull the whiteboard over and you can write some of this stuff down.
Perfect.
All right. So Ray will be right back. He's going to pull the whiteboard right over.
I will be right there.
So we're talking about, so how do they base if it's going to be $10,000 or $150,000? That is going to be based off of the existing personal credit limits that you already have. All right. So, and with the way that works typically is it's going to be anywhere from 5 to 8 times whatever your highest credit card limit is, right? And then multiply that by 5. So I know that sounds weird, but if my current highest credit card limit was say 10,000, then I could get, and let's say we multiply that by 5, right? So now we're at 50,000. And then if I can get, so I'm sorry, I didn't say, so I said that a little bit wrong, getting a little ahead of myself. So the total amount that I could get would be somewhere between 50 to 80,000 total, okay? All right. So how long does this whole process take? Well, I'm gonna go through how to get it, but the whole process, if you're on top of it, can take anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks. And another thing that's great is there are no application fees necessary. All right, so Ray, what I want you to write up here is credit card hybrid, right? And we're talking about people can get anywhere from 10K up to 150K, right? 0% interest, 6 to 12 months. Now, what kind of interest rate is it going to be after the 6 to 12 months? Well, it's going to be anywhere from 5 to 29% interest. And that's going to be based largely upon risk. And the risk factors are your own personal finances. How do your credit score, your utilization, your payment history, your mix of credit, right? All of those things matter. So let's talk about the requirements. So you need pretty good credit here to qualify for this. You need to have a 680 credit score or better, all right?
So the FICO.
Your FICO score needs to be 680 or better. Got that? So, and then your utilization needs to be under 40%. I mean, technically they say it needs to be under 50%, but I'm just telling you what you need to do to get approved, right? Automatic approval, so you don't even have to worry about it. Get it under 40%. We want no more than 4 inquiries in the past 6 months. No more than 4 inquiries in the past 6 months. and preferably less than that if we can, right?
Inquiries, okay.
You might have to sit down. You're getting so low on the board here now. Less than four inquiries in the last 6 months. No bankruptcies in the past 7 years.
7 years bankruptcies. Okay.
Right, and we want no unpaid or open collections, liens, or judgments on you right now. And you have to have what's called a seasoned bank history. So well, actually, this is dealing, they say seasoned bank history, but they're really talking about your mix of accounts. They would like to see you have a credit limit of at least $3,000.
Credit limit. So this is a person, they want to see a personal credit limit.
So no bankruptcies, no collections, liens, or judgments, right? None of that. And then they want to see that you have at least an open existing $3,000 limit, some type of line of credit with the bank. They would prefer to see that you have an auto loan or a mortgage or both. But if you don't have an auto loan or a mortgage, then they're going to want to see that you have at least 2 open credit cards with at least, with those having at least a 3,000 limit or more that are in good standing. And then the last kicker is your business needs to be listed in the National 411 directory.
National 411.
National 411 directory. Whew. Now that seems like a lot, doesn't it?
It does.
But believe it or not, this is what you call a no-doc strategy. Nobody is waiting for P&L statements, no tax returns, no bank records, right? There's you don't have to put any massive paperwork together. It's a very simple application. I think it's 2 pages long to fill out for this. Now, but you might be somebody that's like, well, wait a minute. I don't have a 680 credit score or better. Right? You can have a guarantor. Guarantors are absolutely allowed. Another way to phrase that is you could have somebody co-sign for this program, just like you could have somebody co-sign on a car loan, right? They could co-sign. The thing I love about this is these accounts, these credit card hybrid accounts, they only report on the Business Credit Bureau. They only report to the Business Credit Report, to the Business Credit Reporting Bureaus, which means they do not report to the Consumer Credit Reporting Bureaus.
That's powerful.
So somebody who gives this personal guarantee, whether it's you or somebody else, is not going to affect your utilization. It's not going to throw off. You will get inquiries for the new cards, but inquiries, if you've been following along on some of our other live trainings, inquiries do have an impact to your credit score. But it's usually considered volume over time. How many of them do you have in a short period of time? And they tend to have the amount that they affect your score is only lasts about a year, and then they stay on your report for up to 2 years, but they don't really factor into the score. But so some people are concerned, well, my score, it's going to take a hit. Yes, but that could be very minimal compared to the fact that you could get up to $150,000 in a line of credit. That, I mean, what could you do with that? You could use that to make payroll. You could use that to invest in another property. That could consolidate debt. You can do whatever you want to with these programs. You could invest it. You could pay for some expenses. I mean, there's so many ways that people can utilize. I mean, it's just a line of credit for your business, and so it's very powerful, especially when you're feeling a pinch or a crunch, and you're like, oh, how are we going to make it? I just think that a lot of people don't understand the power of this. We talk about, oh, credit card hybrid, and you need to contact us and get going. And then some people are like, oh yeah, I want to do it. Oh, but I don't have the credit score. But it's like, listen, does mom, dad, uncle, brother, cousin, who has that? Nobody wants to see the family business go down. And then on top of that, yeah, you might give a personal guarantee. You're like, but who wants to put themselves liable for the business? I get that too. What can somebody do to get that personal guarantee removed, right?
Well, so they could go through the process of building and growing their business credit to the point where your business can stand on its own, really start to apply for its own lines of credit. It's really, as you use a cosign, when you're using your personal social security number for your business, you're co-signing for your business. So as a parent may co-sign for a child, you really have to get your credit up and running. When I say your, I mean your business's credit up and running so it can stand on its own. And the great thing is this program would report and help you build your business credit as long as you're set up to build business credit.
Absolutely. I mean, the credit card hybrid program will come to you in the form of anywhere from 5 to 8 credit cards. And so that's 5 to 8 accounts that would be reporting positive payment history on your business credit. How many accounts do you need reporting in a 6-month period of time to have a superior business credit rating?
14.
So you'd be cutting that down.
Absolutely. And that's the thing is when you start to, we talk a lot about, the movement of money, but if you use this line to pay your vendor accounts or pay for your gas card, you just start increasing the payment experiences. And so you can actually get it done with less account. I mean, not less accounts, but instead of opening up 14 vendor accounts, you can get it done by, you have a couple credit cards and you got just 2 or 3 gas cards and then you got a couple vendors and boom, you're there.
People, do you realize how life-changing this is? This is amazing. This is something that is changing the whole way that people are doing business. I mean, the fact is that this is a credit card with the benefits of a credit card, 0% introductory rate. Think about the perks of points, cash back, all of that, right? And then in terms of the fact that it is a line of credit to be able to grab that cash out at a 0% interest rate for the first, albeit, 6 to 12 months, but still, that is so huge. I mean, considering where people are at, whatever's going on in the economy, this is the fastest way that I can think of. I mean, because this is available within 2 to 3 weeks.
That's fast.
2 to 3 weeks, no doc. So we do need to talk about, so what does this cost? Well, there is a anywhere from a 9 to 12% success-based fee that is assessed for doing this. But that's really because of the risk that the broker is going to take because you're not going to be providing any documentation. So, I mean, so if you could get $150,000, but it's going to cost you $14,000, would that be worth it?
Absolutely.
Because the line of credit doesn't go away.
Right.
Once you pay down that $14,000,
right. That's absolutely.
You still have the $150,000.
Absolutely.
Because the great thing about a line of credit in a credit card is compared to loans, you only pay for what you use at an APR, an annual percentage rate. Ray, I just, this kind of stuff excites me. This is the kind of stuff that is changing the way, I mean, people can literally just start a business. Could have just started a business, say this month. You go in, some states it's really easy. Like I know, like I'll pick one, Florida. You could decide today I want to be in business, and a week later you've got all your documentation and you're in the computer.
See, that's what's amazing too. And then if you have access to the funding, I mean, I've talked to folks that are just buying existing companies. They just need $100,000 to literally turnkey business that's making $100,000 a year, and it's just do it.
And some people they're feeling the pinch personally. Some people watch this and they're like, oh, I haven't even started a business, so I can't do this. It is not hard to start a business. It is not. I mean, if you think it is, there's some fear or lack of knowledge that's in your way. You need to go ahead. You know, I'm going to go ahead and share something on my screen. I'm going to share our website. You guys, if you don't know about how to build a business and get going and get access to this type of program, you need to. This is critical that you do this. So we have Patricia says, I can't tell if my camera's on. All right, I'm ready for more money. And then, okay, so yes. So there's a lot of things going on there. Patricia, this is what you need. This is what you gotta jump into. So how do you do this? If you're on our website, go to Schedule with Us. And then you will notice that our schedule comes up on your screen. And then you can go ahead and find whichever day and time frame works for you. You can meet with us. We're going to collect some of your basic business information. We're going to just completely make a referral to a loan officer who will probably hand you off to a broker. So it's our loan officer, but they'll refer you to a broker. And we don't charge for that. There's no like, I mean, we should. I think we should charge for that. No, here's why we do this, because people are like, well, what do you get out of it? Here's what I get out of it. If I can help put some money into your pocket, right, then maybe we will start working together in a professional capacity, because you could go out there and personally guarantee your business or find a guarantor, someone to co-sign with you to personally guarantee your business. But if you want to work with us to help you remove that personal guarantee, come do our program. If you're on our website, you can see building business credit. You should be doing this simultaneously. And this helps you build business credit even faster, because you're already taking care out of 5 out of 14 accounts. But on your screen, you look at our program. Go ahead and see, what is our business credit building program? Here's a little 20-minute demo on how it works. But once we help put money in your pocket, for those people like, oh, I'd love to work with you, I just don't have the money. Well, look, we're going to put money in your pocket so that you can come here and go ahead and get started with us. Go ahead and get started with us utilizing our step-by-step program, and we will go ahead and help you build your business credit. And once your business credit is built, we can then help you remove those personal guarantees. Imagine asking someone to co-sign on a loan with you, but you only need them to co-sign for 6 to 12 months.
You know, it's you just made me think of something, that there's so many opportunities to get started building a business, getting your business funded. That's actually what we're going to be talking about Thursday too, is really how does the whole structure of business even work, you know, and the tax system, and what are the benefits of that, and really dive in deep on our real estate mastermind, because some folks might be wondering about this. You want to share the whiteboard?
Yeah, Patricia Mickens asks, what credit bureau does it report to? It reports to the business credit reporting bureaus, and each card is going to be different. Mainly, it's reporting to Experian and Dun & Bradstreet, but each card will be different. Some might report to only one, some might report to both. But as you're going through the process, it'll be laid out for you which ones report to which.
That's important. Good question, though.
Yes.
That really is. So let's just talk about that real quick. Let's say that you have good credit, or you want to partner with somebody for your business that has good credit. Now, of course, don't do this without speaking with an attorney, an accountant, financial advisor. Make sure that this works for your situation. But there are the service side and there are the money side of things. You can partner up with somebody. I know some people that have done this to start a plumbing company. And so there's the plumber. Plumber wants to start the business. We see a lot of truckers do this too. Plumber wants to start the business. He's willing to bring his services and his expertise to the table. He's going to maybe end up doing most of the work. So in this situation, sometimes I've seen them they take 65% of the profit because he's out there doing all the work. But On the other side is, over here, 35% ownership in the company is the partners that brought the money. So let's say they bring $150,000 of credit. That allows this guy to get all the equipment, the truck, the facility, everything they absolutely need. Put the marketing out there to go start producing wealth. And since these are 0% interest, there's really no cost to starting that business. And all you have to do is manage those monthly payments moving forward. So think about things like this, because then as they go out and they produce money, those funds go back into the business, have to take care of all the business expenses. And, you know, this partner over here, he's going to get paid, and this partner is going to get paid. And so there's a lot of really, really cool stuff you guys can do. And if you're in a situation where you don't have the personal credit, you don't even have the business set up yet, that's okay. Instead of just going and asking somebody for $150,000, find somebody that has good credit. Simple solution. So there's real no stopping of pursuing your dreams, because it's available.
So I guess at this point, we're going to wrap it up right here. There is no reason not to take advantage of this. If you're someone who's like, I don't have the credit, you got to find somebody who has the credit. But you're like, I don't know anybody who has the credit. Well, do you know somebody who knows somebody, right? Look, don't let money stop you from doing whatever your dream is. Whatever God put you on this earth to do, there is a way to do it, right? There's no shortage of money. There's no shortage of opportunities. There's only a shortage of people that'll do whatever it takes to make their dreams come true. And if that's you, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and sitting on the fence and you're ready to pull the trigger, give the Wise Guys and Ties a call, right? Our phone number, 888-524-9273. Go to our website, wiseguysandties.com. You can go to schedule with us, set up a free 30-minute consultation with either myself, Ray Fleming. Let us go ahead and see where you're at and see what your goals are and to see how we can come alongside you and help you achieve those goals. On behalf of myself, Joseph Smith, and Ray Fleming,
Good night, everybody.
I want to say good night and God bless.